We're about to dive into this Las Vegas compound that's honestly less of a house and more of a meticulously crafted universe. It's a place where every single detail, and I mean every detail, is designed to create a very specific experience. So let's see what that actually looks like in practice.
And really, that's the big question we're tackling here. We're not talking about a collection of expensive rooms just thrown together. No, this is a home built from the ground up on a single philosophy, creating a totally seamless experience. Every single moment is choreographed. So, how does that translate into reality?
Well, it all kicks off the second you pull up. The arrival here isn't just about getting through the front door. It's this whole orchestrated sequence, almost like a piece of theater, designed specifically to transition you from the noise and chaos of the outside world into this private sanctuary.
Okay, so check this out. It's literally a journey just to get inside. First, these massive matte black gates swing open. Then you're met with this heavy-duty steel door. These aren't just for security, they're like psychological airlocks. And then you get to this monumental pivot door. It doesn't just open, it rotates on a central axis, dramatically unveiling the home. It's pure theater.
And this is where it gets really cool. As you walk in, a whole wall of water just starts to flow, triggered by your arrival. Think about that for a second. It's not just something you see. It's the sound. It's the immediate feeling of calm that washes over you. It's a powerful signal that tells you you've entered a completely different kind of space.
All right, let's move into the social heart of the home, where people gather, and see how this whole philosophy plays out when it comes to entertaining. And it all really begins in the kitchen, which, let me tell you, makes a very bold statement.
So the kitchen is almost completely matte black. Now, you might think that would feel dark or gluey, but the reasoning behind it is just brilliant. See, the dark surfaces absorb the light, which means everything else just pops. The vibrant food, the people you're with, the view outside, that becomes the center of attention. The kitchen itself is just a backdrop, like a stage for life to happen.
And believe me, this kitchen is not just for looks. It is a high-performance machine. The cooktop is on the island facing out, so cooking becomes part of the party, not something you do hidden away. And the details, they're insane. A garbage disposal so quiet you literally can't hear it, a scratch-resistant carbon fiber sink, and a totally hidden butler's pantry for all the messy prep work. It's incredible.
Okay, let's step outside. The first thing that hits you is this amazing zero-edge pool. What that means is the water is perfectly flush with the deck. There's no edge, no visual break at all. It makes the water look like it's just floating there, merging right into the desert landscape. It truly gives you the feeling of being in a private oasis.
But the real magic out here is how all the pieces fit together. The zero-edge pool flows into this cascading hot tub that's like a moat. The fire pit is surrounded by glass panels, so nothing blocks your view. You've got a solid copper pizza oven, a full outdoor shower and bathroom. This isn't just a backyard with a pool, it's a completely integrated personal resort.
All right, now for something I find fascinating. Let's look at how this home handles what are usually just functional spaces. I'm talking about the areas for cars and for clothes. Because here, they aren't treated like storage, they're elevated into actual destinations. And this really hammers home the difference in thinking. Just forget everything you know about a typical residential garage. This is not a utilitarian afterthought for junk and cars. It's an experiential showroom, a lounge. The shift from clutter to curation is just staggering.
I mean, just listen to this. In the garage, there's a climate-controlled lounge, a walk-in cigar humidor, and a wine wall, a fireplace. It even has its own washer and dryer specifically for greasy shop towels so they never mix with the regular laundry. This isn't a place for parking. It's a social club. It's a place to live out a passion.
And that exact same mindset, it carries right over to the primary closet. Again, this is not just a place to hang your clothes. The design turns the simple daily ritual of getting dressed into this deliberate multi-stage experience. So get this. First, you walk into what is already a beautiful, spacious closet, the vestibule. And you might think, okay, this is it. But then, a giant, full-height mirror silently slides away, revealing a hidden room. And what's back there is just, wow, it's a total surprise, pure theater.
Yeah, this quote absolutely nails it. That second, hidden space, it's like walking into a high-end boutique. There's a huge central island, crystal chandeliers, and all these dedicated backlit displays for shoes and bags. It completely transforms the act of picking an outfit into a moment of real intention and pleasure.
Okay, so let's shift gears and look at the more private wings of the home. we're gonna see how that same incredible attention to detail applies to daily wellness, to guests, and even to the most practical, boring chores. So the gym here really feels more like a private spa. It's got beautiful finishes, and it features this advanced electromagnetic resistance system. Basically, it uses magnets instead of weights for an incredibly smooth workout. It even has 2 professional-grade tanning beds. It's designed as a holistic wellness center, not just a place to sweat.
All right, here is a detail that, for me, just perfectly captures the almost obsessive level of planning in this home. This number? That's the number of laundry rooms in the compound. 4. You heard me right, 4 separate laundry rooms.
And before you think that's crazy, there's a totally brilliant logic to it. Each one serves a very specific purpose. The main floor laundry for household linens, the primary suite for delicates, the one in the garage for greasy rags, and one in the guest casita for total independence. It's all about optimizing workflow. It's an almost obsessive level of practical convenience.
So, you might be wondering, what's the invisible force that holds all these incredible, distinct spaces together? Well, it's the technology that unifies the entire property. It's the invisible brain of the house. Tucked away in its own dedicated server room, you'll find the home's central nervous system. It's this incredibly powerful but totally unseen infrastructure that allows every single part of the environment to be managed and automated with total ease.
And what does it control? Well, pretty much everything. Lighting that can change its color temperature to match the time of day, shades that automatically adjust to the sun, zoned audio everywhere, multi-layered security, dozens of independent climate zones. It all works together in the background to enhance comfort without ever being intrusive. Because the best technology, right, is the technology you don't even notice.
What if your garage was so extraordinary you'd choose to spend your evenings there instead of your living room, and your home cost enough to buy a small fleet of supercars? Welcome to one of Las Vegas's most audacious luxury compounds, where automotive passion and residential elegance don't just coexist, they elevate each other into something bordering on architectural theater. Priced at $5,600,000, this estate shatters the conventional boundaries between house and hobby, transforming what most would consider a utilitarian afterthought into a fully realized lifestyle ecosystem where every square foot serves a purpose without sacrificing an ounce of sophistication. The property unfolds not as a single structure, but as a carefully orchestrated collection of spaces that flow together like movements in a symphony, beginning with an arrival sequence that feels more like entering a private resort than a residential driveway. Those imposing matte black security gates swing open to reveal a motor court of breathtaking proportions, a paved expanse so generously scaled it could effortlessly host a gathering of 50 or even 100 vehicles for a collector's event or charity showcase, immediately signaling that this is a home designed for those who view automobiles not merely as transportation, but as extensions of personal identity and artistic expression. Yet remarkably, this celebration of automotive culture never intrudes upon the home's serene residential character. Instead, the architects achieved a masterful spatial separation that allows passion and peace to thrive independently. Flanking the central courtyard, a pair of 2-car garages finished to exacting residential standards provide convenient daily access with Tesla charging stations discreetly integrated, climate-appropriate ventilation, and direct interior passages that let residents enter the home without braving desert heat or unexpected rain. But these are merely the overture to the property's true masterpiece, a detached 6-car garage structure positioned toward the rear grounds that transcends all expectations of what residential automotive space can be. This isn't a garage with a few chairs tossed in the corner, it's a destination in its own right, a climate-controlled sanctuary where the moment you step inside, you're greeted not by the smell of oil and gasoline but by the rich aroma of aged cedar from a walk-in humidor, the soft glow of backlit wine displays, and the gentle crackle of a wall-mounted fireplace casting dancing light across a space designed expressly for lingering. Here, vehicles become sculptural centerpieces displayed under museum-quality lighting, their curves and chrome accents highlighted as deliberately as paintings in a gallery, while comfortable seating arrangements invite conversation and connection. The entire compound wraps around this philosophy of abundant, purposeful space. 25 vehicles could find shelter across its various bays and courts without ever feeling cramped, yet the main residence maintains an atmosphere of calm refinement with 5 bedrooms and 9 bathrooms spread across 2 gracious levels. Mature desert landscaping softens the edges between structures, creating visual privacy while allowing seamless movement between the cigar lounge's intimate warmth, the outdoor kitchen's culinary theater, the zero-edge pool's liquid tranquility, and the primary suite's restful sanctuary. This is more than a house with extra garage space. It's a holistic reimagining of luxury living for those who refuse to compartmentalize their passions, proving that the most extraordinary homes aren't measured in square footage alone, but in how thoughtfully they accommodate the full spectrum of their owners' lives, where a rare Allard sports car valued near $600,000 can rest comfortably alongside family movie nights, morning yoga sessions, and sunset cocktails by the pool. All within a single, seamless private domain shielded from the outside world by those same imposing gates that first announced your arrival into something truly exceptional. How does the entrance sequence and foyer experience establish the home's character before guests even reach the main living areas? The arrival experience at this compound has been meticulously choreographed to build anticipation and convey a sense of occasion from the moment the outer gates begin to open. Those massive matte black gates, operated electronically, swing inward with a substantial weight that communicates security and exclusivity, revealing first a glimpse of the motor court scale before the full expanse comes into view. The approach to the actual residence requires passing through a heavy-duty steel door of considerable thickness and heft, a feature that might seem purely functional but actually serves as a psychological threshold, separating the vehicular realm of the courtyard from the residential sanctuary within. Once through this door, visitors find themselves in an interior courtyard space that functions as a transitional zone, with desert landscaping softened by strategic plantings and subtle lounge areas tucked into corners, allowing the eye to adjust and the pace to slow before the main entrance. The true architectural statement arrives with the home's primary door, a monumental pivot door of impressive dimensions that rotates smoothly on a central axis rather than swinging inward or outward in the conventional manner. This engineering choice eliminates the need for clearance space and creates a dramatic unveiling effect as the door glides open. Beyond it, the foyer explodes with volume and light, its ceilings drawing the gaze upward toward recessed lighting channels cut into the ceiling in rhythmic rows, while underfoot, large-format porcelain tile slabs in neutral tones stretch uninterrupted toward the various wings of the home. A sculptural pendant light fixture hangs at the center of this space like a piece of contemporary art, its form complementing rather than competing with the architecture. Most remarkably, to one side, a vertical water feature remains dormant until activated, a plane of glass set within the wall through which water cascades in a thin, even sheet when the system is engaged, illuminated by programmable lighting that can shift through colors or remain in soft whites and blues, the water collecting in a shallow reflecting pond at the base that adds both visual tranquility and a gentle, rhythmic sound to the arrival experience. This entire sequence unfolds over nearly a minute of movement, deliberately pacing the transition from outside world to private sanctuary. What makes the garage facilities on this property transcend typical residential car storage and evolve into a destination unto themselves? The garage infrastructure at this compound represents perhaps the most extraordinary departure from conventional luxury home design, transforming what is typically a utilitarian space into a fully realized social and experiential environment that could stand alone as an entertainment venue. Rather than treating garages as afterthoughts relegated to the side or rear of the home, this property elevates automotive storage to an art form through multiple layers of intention and execution. Beginning with the courtyard garages, separate bays positioned symmetrically on either side of the main approach, each features finishes that would be appropriate in living spaces. Smooth drywall surfaces, recessed lighting calibrated for accurate color rendering to appreciate vehicle finishes, electric vehicle charging stations discreetly integrated into walls, and abundant cabinetry for tool and accessory storage. But these are merely the prelude to the main event, a detached multi-car garage structure positioned toward the rear of the property that announces its significance through architectural presence alone. Before even entering the actual vehicle storage bays, visitors pass through what can only be described as an automotive enthusiast's lounge, a climate-controlled social space finished with materials and attention to detail rivaling fine hotel bars. To the left, a walk-in humidor maintains precise humidity levels for cigar preservation, its cedar-lined interior illuminated by subtle accent lighting. Adjacent to it, a dedicated wine storage wall houses bottles at proper angles and temperatures, complemented by a serving station with ice bin, glass storage, and a small preparation surface finished in materials that resist moisture and temperature fluctuations. A striking light fixture hangs at the center of this lounge area, its design echoing automotive curves and industrial elegance simultaneously, while a wall-mounted fireplace provides ambient warmth and flickering light without the complications of venting or wood storage. Only after experiencing this lounge does one proceed into the first garage bay, where the commitment to comfort continues through advanced cooling units mounted high on the walls, maintaining temperatures comfortable enough for extended socializing even during Las Vegas summers when exterior temperatures become extreme. The vehicles themselves become part of the decor, during our tour, a classic olive green Mercedes-Benz and an extraordinarily rare sports car of immense value with only a handful of examples ever produced worldwide were displayed not as transportation but as sculptural objects, their forms highlighted by strategic lighting.
The walls feature floor-to-ceiling cabinetry with soft-close mechanisms and specialized compartments for tools organized by function and size, while a secondary humidor near the rear provides additional cigar storage for those working on vehicles. Most thoughtfully, recognizing that automotive maintenance generates mess, a dedicated washer and dryer unit is installed within the garage itself, accompanied by a deep utility sink, allowing mechanics or enthusiasts to clean rags, mats, and gear without tracking oil or grime to the pristine main residence. The second garage bay continues this philosophy with its own full bathroom finished in copper accents and dramatic tile work, a vehicle lift system capable of elevating one automobile to create storage space beneath it, effectively doubling capacity, industrial-grade ceiling fans moving substantial air volumes, and compressed air lines running along walls to power pneumatic tools. This holistic approach transforms garages from storage sheds into destinations where owners might choose to spend evenings hosting friends, working on restoration projects, or simply appreciating their collections in comfort. A radical reimagining of what residential automotive space can be. How does the kitchen balance dramatic aesthetics with practical functionality for both everyday cooking and large-scale entertaining? The kitchen at this compound embraces a bold, monochromatic aesthetic that might initially seem more conceptual than practical, yet reveals itself upon closer inspection to be meticulously engineered for serious culinary use while maintaining its dramatic visual identity. The entire space unfolds in a symphony of dark tones, cabinetry finished in a deep matte black that absorbs rather than reflects light, countertops a honed black stone with subtle veining that prevents the space from feeling flat or one-dimensional, and even a massive premium refrigerator and freezer units custom finished in the same dark material, so they disappear seamlessly into cabinetry rather than interrupting the visual flow with stainless steel reflections. This intentional darkness creates a sophisticated backdrop that makes other elements pop with greater intensity. The glowing blue flames of the multi-burner cooktop, the warm wood tones of the dining table visible through the adjacent opening, and the vibrant colors of ingredients and dishes themselves. Functionally, the layout centers around a substantial island that serves multiple purposes simultaneously. The cooktop position at its heart faces outward toward the living areas and backyard rather than toward a wall, a deliberate choice that transforms cooking from an isolating task into a social activity, where the chef remains engaged with guests and family. Beneath the countertop on the kitchen side, a whisper-quiet garbage disposal system operates with such minimal vibration and sound that conversations continue uninterrupted even during active use, while the sink itself is crafted from carbon fiber composite material that resists scratching, staining, and thermal shock far better than traditional stainless steel. The island's edges feature a waterfall design where the countertop material flows vertically down the sides to meet the floor, eliminating seams where debris might collect and creating a sculptural presence. Storage solutions demonstrate exceptional forethought. Deep drawers with soft-close mechanisms replace traditional cabinets in many areas for easier access to heavy cookware. Pull-out spice racks position seasonings within arm's reach of the cooktop, and a dedicated appliance column keeps these devices at ergonomic heights rather than requiring bending or overhead reaching. Between the kitchen and formal dining area, a temperature-controlled wine room functions as both practical storage and architectural feature, its glass walls allowing bottles to be displayed like art while maintaining precise humidity and temperature levels. Its base finished with natural stone that echoes the desert landscape outside. Perhaps most impressive for entertainers, the kitchen connects to a butler's pantry hidden behind a nearly invisible door that matches the surrounding cabinetry. A secondary preparation space, equipped with its own refrigerator, extensive shelving reaching to the ceiling with a sliding ladder system for accessing upper storage, an additional counter space for staging dishes or preparing components away from the main kitchen's activity. This layered approach means the kitchen can function efficiently for a single person preparing a simple meal, yet scale effortlessly to support catering teams preparing for large gatherings, all while maintaining its uncompromising aesthetic vision. What distinguishes the primary suites closet system from typical luxury home walk-in closets? And how does its design philosophy reflect broader themes in the property? The primary suites closet arrangement represents one of the most extraordinary spatial experiences in the entire residence. unfolding not as a single room, but as a carefully sequenced journey through increasingly impressive storage environments that collectively redefine what residential closet space can be. The experience begins deceptively modestly. A first closet space accessed directly from the bedroom, already generous by conventional standards with custom cabinetry featuring soft-closed drawers and hanging rods at multiple heights, illuminated by recessed ceiling lights and undershelf lighting that eliminate shadows. But this initial space functions almost as a vestibule, a transitional zone that prepares residents for what lies beyond. A full-height mirror positioned strategically on one wall conceals a sliding barn door mechanism that operates with near-silent fluidity, and when this mirror door glides aside, it reveals the true centerpiece of the home's storage philosophy, a second closet so expansive and meticulously detailed that it transcends residential function and enters the realm of boutique retail design. This space unfolds in a rectangular footprint with a central island anchoring the composition, a substantial piece of furniture in its own right, topped with pristine white stone that provides a clean surface for folding garments or laying out accessories, surrounded by drawers with faceted crystal pools that catch and refract light from above. Flanking this island, floor-to-ceiling cabinetry stretches along both long walls, but rather than uniform doors, the designer incorporated glass front sections with integrated backlighting that transforms stored items into displayed collections, handbags arranged by color gradient, folded sweaters visible behind glass like museum artifacts, jewelry trays illuminated from within. Above these displays, genuine crystal chandeliers hang at precise intervals, their refractive qualities scattering pinpricks of light across surfaces and creating a sense of occasion typically reserved for luxury retail environments rather than private homes. One entire wall is dedicated exclusively to footwear, with individual cubbies sized for different shoe types: heels, flats, boots, sneakers. Each compartment lined with felt to protect delicate materials, arranged in a visually satisfying gradient from light to dark tones. Opposite this, a dedicated vanity station features an upholstered stool, magnifying mirror with adjustable lighting temperatures to simulate different environments from daylight to evening events, and shallow drawers organized for cosmetics and accessories. The ceiling continues the home's architectural language with recessed lighting channels that wash walls with even illumination while avoiding harsh shadows on fabrics. And the flooring transitions to wide plank hardwood that provides warmth underfoot and acoustic softening. What makes this closet system philosophically significant is how it reflects the property's broader commitment to abundance without waste. Every inch serves a purpose, yet the experience feels generous rather than cramped. Storage is abundant yet thoughtfully organized rather than overwhelming. Luxury materials are used extensively yet always in service of function rather than mere display. This closet doesn't simply store clothing. It elevates the daily ritual of dressing into a sensory experience, transforming a mundane necessity into a moment of pleasure and intention, much as a garage lounge transforms vehicle maintenance into social connection, or the outdoor kitchen transforms meal preparation into theatrical performance. It represents a holistic design philosophy where no space is considered secondary or utilitarian, where even the most private, functional areas receive the same level of creative attention as grand entertaining spaces. How does the backyard environment integrate water features, landscaping, and architectural elements to create a resort-like atmosphere distinct from typical Las Vegas pool designs? The backyard environment at this compound achieves something increasingly rare in Las Vegas luxury properties: a genuine sense of oasis rather than mere pool installation, to a sophisticated integration of water, landscape architecture, and built elements that work in concert to create layered experiences rather than a single focal point. The pool itself employs a zero-edge design that eliminates the visual interruption of coping or raised edges, allowing the water surface to extend precisely to grade level so that it appears to merge seamlessly with the surrounding hardscape, creating an optical illusion of water floating at ground level. At one end, this zero edge gives way to a subtle channel where water flows in a controlled sheet over a precisely engineered lip into a lower basin, generating both visual interest and the gentle sound of moving water that masks distant traffic or neighborhood noise without overwhelming conversation. This water in motion element continues the home's interior theme of incorporating kinetic water features as sensory anchors. The pool deck alternates between large format porcelain tiles in neutral desert tones and sections of artificial turf that provide textural contrast underfoot while eliminating the maintenance demands of natural grass in the arid climate, a practical consideration executed with aesthetic sensitivity. Strategically placed boulders and rock formations break up the expanse, creating natural divisions between functional zones without imposing rigid boundaries. A sunbathing area near the pool's edge, a shaded lounge beneath the covered patio extending from the main house, and a more intimate seating area surrounding the fire feature. This fire element itself merits special attention. A circular fire pit constructed of glass panels rather than traditional stone or metal, allowing flames to be visible from all angles while maintaining clean sight lines across the yard. Adjacent to it, the hot tub departs dramatically from conventional above-ground or inset designs by elevating the entire structure on a platform surrounded by a narrow channel of water, a moat effect where the tub's overflow spills continuously over its edges into the channel below, which in turn feeds a lower reflecting pond connected to the pool's edge. This creates a cascading water experience where multiple elements flow into one another rather than existing as isolated features. The outdoor kitchen position along one edge of this environment functions as a true culinary destination rather than an afterthought, anchored by an extraordinary solid copper pizza oven whose material will develop a rich patina over time, telling a story of use and age. The surrounding counters incorporate refrigeration, ice storage, and dual sink stations at varying heights to accommodate different tasks simultaneously. Perhaps most thoughtfully, recognizing that poolside living generates wet foot traffic and sandy towels, the designers incorporated a complete outdoor shower and bathroom facility with vanity and toilet just steps from the pool deck, allowing residents and guests to rinse off and change without tracking water through the main house's pristine interiors. A practical consideration that significantly enhances livability during extended pool sessions. The entire space is enveloped by mature desert landscaping, Palo Verde trees providing dappled shade, sculptural agave and yucca specimens adding architectural interest, and drought-tolerant ground cover softening hardscape edges, all irrigated through a subsurface system that eliminates visible sprinklers and runoff. At night, the environment transforms through layered lighting. Underwater pool lights casting gentle illumination upward. Path lights recess into deck edges guiding movement without glare. Uplights graze in the textures of rock formations. And the warm glow from the covered patio's built-in speakers and dining area creating pocket of intimacy within the larger expanse. This holistic approach results not in a backyard with a pool, but in a complete outdoor living environment where water, fire, landscape, and architecture interact to create an ever-changing sensory experience that feels both luxurious and authentically connected to its desert context. What role does a detached casita play within the overall compound ecosystem, and how is it equipped to function independently while remaining integrated with the main property systems? The detached casita positioned near the front entrance of the compound serves as a thoughtfully considered auxiliary structure that expands the property's functional versatility without compromising the privacy or tranquility of the main residence, designed with sufficient self-containment to support multiple potential uses while maintaining subtle connections to the estate's broader infrastructure. Architecturally, the casita presents a modest street-facing elevation that respects neighborhood scale while hinting at the compound's significance through material continuity, matching stonework and metal accents that echo the main house without attempting to compete with its presence. Entry occurs through a solid core door opening directly into a combined living and sleeping space that maximizes the modest square footage through intelligent zoning rather than physical walls. A low-profile platform bed positioned against one wall with integrated storage beneath, a comfortable sofa arrangement facing a wall-mounted television with discrete cable management, and sliding glass doors that open onto a small private patio enclosed by the same desert landscaping found throughout the property, creating an outdoor extension of the interior space. The kitchenette area demonstrates remarkable efficiency within its compact footprint, featuring full-size premium appliances that maintain the property's quality standards despite the reduced scale, a counter-depth refrigerator with freezer compartment below, a convection microwave that supplements a conventional oven, a 2-burner electric cooktop set into the countertop with minimal protrusion, a deep single-basin sink with pull-down faucet, and a full-size dishwasher that eliminates the compromise often found in auxiliary dwelling units. Storage solutions reach vertically to the ceiling with custom cabinetry featuring the same soft-close mechanisms found in the main house, and a sliding ladder system identical to the butler's pantry allows access to upper shelves without wasted space. The bathroom continues this philosophy of generous provision within compact dimensions, beginning with floating vanity featuring dual sinks set into a continuous countertop that eliminates seams and cleaning challenges, a large format mirror with integrated lighting along its perimeter providing shadow-free illumination for grooming, and a walk-in shower concealed behind a barn door that slides flush against the wall when open to maximize usable space. Most significantly for security applications, a dedicated video monitor station is integrated into the living area's cabinetry, a multi-channel display showing feeds from the property's comprehensive surveillance system, allowing security personnel stationed here to maintain constant visual awareness of all approaches, gates, and vulnerable points without requiring a separate security office. Climate control operates through its own dedicated system with independent thermostat, while a separate control panel manages lighting, shades, and audio within the casita without requiring access to the main house's master system. A final laundry facility, the property's additional washing station, occupies a closet-sized space with stacked washer and dryer units, utility sink, and additional storage for linens or supplies, ensuring occupants can maintain their space independently. This level of self-sufficiency means a casita could comfortably accommodate live-in staff, provide private guest quarters for extended visitors, serve as a security post with constant monitoring capability, or function as a private office or studio space for the homeowner seeking separation from the main residence's activity, all while remaining subtly connected to the compound's aesthetic language and technological infrastructure, representing a sophisticated understanding of how auxiliary structures can enhance rather than dilute a property's overall value and functionality. How does the property's approach to wellness and fitness facilities differ from standard home gym installations? And what unique elements does it incorporate?
The wellness facilities at this compound depart radically from the typical home gym paradigm of mirrored walls and rows of equipment, instead conceptualizing fitness and self-care as integrated lifestyle components deserving of architectural consideration and multifunctional design. Located on the upper level adjacent to the sleeping quarters, the primary wellness space occupies a generously proportioned room finished with materials and lighting more commonly associated with luxury spas than exercise areas. Wide plank hardwood flooring that provides subtle cushioning underfoot while resisting sweat damage. Walls finished in a textured plaster that absorbs sound rather than creating the echo common in equipment-heavy rooms, and a vaulted ceiling with integrated lighting. Channels that provide even, shadow-free illumination without the harsh glare of typical gym fluorescence. The equipment selection reflects a philosophy of quality over quantity. Rather than filling the space with every possible machine, the designers chose complementary systems that cover strength, cardiovascular, and recovery needs without visual clutter. A professional-grade treadmill with cushioned deck and extensive programming options occupies one corner with a direct view through floor-to-ceiling windows to the front courtyard, allowing users to maintain visual connection with the outdoors during workouts. Opposite it, an advanced electromagnetic resistance system represents the cutting edge of home strength training, a wall-mounted unit housing technology that replaces traditional weights with digital resistance adjustable in precise increments, accompanied by a touchscreen interface offering guided workouts with real-time form correction, all while occupying minimal floor space and eliminating the safety concerns of free weights. Most unusually for a residential property, 2 professional tanning beds are integrated into the space, not as afterthoughts shoved against a wall but as intentional elements with dedicated positioning, proper ventilation systems to manage heat output, and adjacent storage for lotions and accessories. This inclusion acknowledges a demographic reality of Las Vegas living where residents may desire controlled UV exposure during winter months or to maintain even tans year-round, treating this desire not as vanity but as another dimension of personal care deserving of proper facilities. A small balcony extends from one side of the wellness room, accessible through sliding glass doors, providing fresh air and outdoor views during stretching or cool-down periods, a feature rarely considered in home gym design but profoundly impactful on the user experience. The room also includes a full bathroom with shower, allowing users to complete their entire wellness routine within this space without tracking sweat through living areas, and a walk-in closet with built-in storage for workout apparel, towels, and equipment accessories. This holistic approach transforms fitness from a chore relegated to basement corners into an integrated daily ritual supported by environment, equipment, and amenities working in concert, a philosophy that extends throughout the property where every activity, from cooking to vehicle maintenance to relaxation, receives thoughtful spatial consideration rather than being accommodated as an afterthought. What technological systems operate behind the scenes to unify the property's diverse spaces into a cohesive, manageable whole? The technological infrastructure woven throughout this compound represents a sophisticated layer of integration that remains largely invisible during normal operation yet fundamentally enables the property's seamless functionality across its diverse spaces and systems. At the heart of this ecosystem resides a centralized control system housed in a dedicated server room on the main floor, a climate-controlled closet-sized space lined with equipment racks containing processors, amplifiers, network switches, and backup power systems that form the nervous system of the entire estate. This central brain communicates with touch panels strategically positioned at key transition points. Beside the main bed for controlling bedroom-specific functions without leaving the mattress, near the primary entrance for managing departure routines like arming security and closing shades, in the kitchen for coordinating entertainment and environmental settings during meal preparation, and even within the casita for independent control of that structure's systems. These interfaces present customizable screens allowing residents to adjust lighting scenes with a single tap, transitioning from bright daytime illumination to warm evening ambience across dozens of fixtures simultaneously, rather than manipulating individual switches. The lighting system itself comprises hundreds of individually addressable fixtures throughout interior and exterior spaces, many with tunable color temperature capability allowing the home's mood to shift from cool, energizing light in morning hours to warm, relaxing tones as evening approaches, all programmable on schedules that adapt to seasonal daylight changes. Motorized window treatments, sheer shades for glare control and blackout shades for privacy or sleep, operate silently on hidden tracks, capable of responding to both manual commands and environmental triggers like sunlight intensity detected by exterior sensors. The audio distribution system represents another layer of thoughtful integration. Rather than discrete speakers in each room, dozens of architectural speakers are recessed into ceilings and walls throughout the property, grouped into individually controllable zones that allow different music or audio sources in different areas simultaneously. A jazz playlist in the kitchen while podcasts play in the primary suite and silence prevails in the wellness room. These speakers are calibrated by acoustic professionals to deliver balanced sound despite varying room sizes and finishes, with subwoofers discreetly integrated into cabinetry where needed for full frequency response. Security operates on multiple overlapping layers, perimeter detection through motion sensors along property boundaries, visual monitoring via high-resolution cameras with night vision capability positioned at all approaches and vulnerable points, access control through keypads and biometric scanners at secondary entrances, and environmental monitoring through smoke, carbon monoxide, and water leak sensors in mechanical areas and near plumbing fixtures.